Hey there, welcome to Hermit Haven. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jackie. We're so excited to invite you into our safe space. Hermit Haven is like a cozy little hideout where we celebrate being confident in ourselves as we find happiness in quiet moments.
So grab your favorite blanket and your favorite drink, and let's dive into today's episode.
Hi, welcome back to the Hermit Haven podcast. I'm Jackie.
Hi, I'm Ashley. We're so excited to have you this week. This week's a very exciting episode. I am so stinking proud of Jackie and I'm so excited that we get to share this milestone with y'all. But this is our official 50th episode. And we're going to be talking, which this is going to be a fun episode because it is the 50th, and every fifth episode we like to have a fun little episode, a little bit more laid back, and we're going to talk about being magic makers, what that means, and our excitement coming up about the holidays, creating all that magic and being part of that magic. But we're also gonna release. Are you ready? Jackie, do you want to share with everyone what we're going to be releasing? Because this is going to be absolutely amazing. And I'm just too excited to wait till the end of the episode.
We have been working really hard on a newsletter. Now, we send an email every week announcing like our new episode, which is amazing. But this is totally different from that. This is something that we've been working so hard on. We've been working for quite a while, not only on just what we wanted to put in it, but how we want it to like feel, like what colors. Like we were so specific in everything that we chose because we wanted to make sure it gave, enough like to feel like you guys are getting a lot of value out of it, and that we're giving you something that's actually going to like make your life better and just make you feel good, and just helpful things and some cozy things. And we just were like really excited about what we wanted to put in it, and I'm sure that it will evolve as we continue on. But it's called the Cozy Edit. I love the name that we came up with. It feels exactly like us. And the look of it is very us. You'll see it. I love it.
I love just like the vibes. Like it feels like you're reading like our like scrapbook journal of like us combined in like one little combination. Like Jackie, like just for example, it's like the little thing in there where it's like you put like your books and then I put like little kids' books. Like total opposite wavelength,
Yep.
but same thing.
Yep.
But before we get into that, I think we want to really talk about, the holidays coming up. This episode actually is going to come out the week before Halloween. So I feel like Halloween is like the kickoff, right? We have Halloween. And if you're Jewish and you celebrate every holiday, you've already gone for like 5 different holidays. All right. Now we're up to Halloween. And then all of a sudden it's gonna be Thanksgiving. All of a sudden it's gonna be Christmas. And then right around the corner is New Year's. And it's just like bam, bada boom, bada bing, right? And we started talking about this a couple episodes ago. So if you're just following in or, catching up with us, we talked about like how all of a sudden time's gonna go by and you're gonna be like, did I do all the things, right? We're like literally a week away from Halloween. I'm like, did I get that pumpkin picture? Did I get that pumpkin picture?
Yeah, we haven't even gone to the pumpkin patch yet.
See?
There's a lot happening. It's fine. We'll get there eventually.
So I feel like it's just crazy how fast things go. So I feel like I really want to. So, one thing I've been doing, and I started this before we even got into Halloween, but I am obsessed with little game books for Ari, and I created a little Halloween library wall, and it's like the cutest little thing. So, his Lala grandma helped a little bit too, but it has all these like Halloween books I thrifted for him or got for him. His Lala got him like one or two also. And then I have like all my old Halloween decorations I put up on there for him. And then we kept the Star Wars books because he's gonna be a little Ewok for Halloween. So I have like the little Ewoks on there. And it's just like really cute, right? It's just something simple and little. And then for Halloween, we're gonna like obviously put him in a little Ewok costume, dress him up. And I feel like too this season we went to the pumpkin patch. I took him outside so we can like watch the trees and the fall leaves. And I don't know, it's just like exciting because it's not just the holidays, it's like being a magic maker all the time. And I feel like the holidays is just like harder because you're like, well, you only have this one experience this one time this year. Where I feel like as an adult, it's kind of just merged. Let's be honest. Like you're like, oh, I want last year there, this year here. Like it just is what it is. But as kids, like a lot of kids wake up in excitement for that day. Like they're like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, right?
I love it, and all the things, like, leading up to it. Tomorrow, we have, it's like a fall festival that they do at the little church preschool that Pierce goes to, and it's just, like, this same thing they've been doing since Gavin was 3 going there, but I love it. It's like it's all apple themed, so none of it is Halloween themed, it's a church, but, it's all apple themed, and so they make apple juice, they juice an apple, they make apple sauce, they decorate an apple, like, they just do all sorts of cute little Apple things, so I'm volunteering tomorrow, and I'm gonna go to Pierce's, session where his class goes.
Oh,
So cute, and then Gavin, his teacher is very brave. She's got 18 boys in the class. 18
wow.
boys and 2 girls. Mhm. And they're doing some sort of pumpkin carving. I don't know how it's gonna work or what is gonna happen, but she's doing it in her classroom, and so she was asking for parent volunteers, and I was like, "I'll come volunteer."
Yeah, why not? That's gonna be so fun.
It'll be the day before Halloween. So I'm like stepping out of my comfort zone this year, and I'm very proud of myself because the past couple years I feel like I just couldn't like give my energy, like I really wanted to. And granted, I'm an introvert, so it's a different level for me than like my normal level is different from other people's, but which is good. It's fine. It's how I am. But this year I'm like stepping out a little bit and doing some things like that, and it just feels good.
I love that. I love that you are able to like volunteer too and like, I love when other people plan the activities for me because sometimes I'm like, "Oh, snap." Like, where did time go? I didn't plan
Yeah.
it, you know?
Yeah. And we did like low key things this year. We had friends over last couple weeks ago. I don't even know what day it is. A couple weeks ago, we just got little white pumpkins from Walmart. It was like a bag of tiny white pumpkins, and the kids just sat and painted them. I already had the paintbrushes, all the things. I just needed the little pumpkins. It wasn't, not an expensive thing, but they just loved it, and they sat there and they painted them. And
I
like,
love that.
there's just all sorts of things you can do that don't cost a ton of money
Yeah,
and
I feel
still
like
have fun
pumpkin
experience.
patches are easy, like, if you wanna leave the house because they don't really cost money unless you buy anything, let's
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah.
The library's so fun, especially if you can get
Mm.
story time, they'll pretty much do that. I feel like Barnes& and Nobles, you can go look at Halloween books.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know, I'm always like, "Let's go look at books because it's free," but I feel like even just getting outside is nice right now if you live in somewhere where it's, like, has seasons, so you could
Yeah.
see the
Yeah.
seasons. I mean, and then, like, my favorite is, like, Christmas when it's, like, all the holiday lights outside, and you get to see all
Yeah.
that. I don't know how I feel about Halloween decorations, like, I'm not the biggest fan of the scary, like, spooky ones. I know a lot of kids don't like it either, and so,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, I'm not a big fan. I like the, like, cute, goofy Halloween. I feel like Halloween's, like, either spooky or cute, and I like the cute.
Yeah. I like I like all the Halloween decorations. I don't wanna go like a haunted house, but I do like walking around seeing them, but we'll see them on Halloween, so I never really, I guess, take them around for Christmas and things like that. We'll go walking and look at, like, lights and all of that, and I love doing that. I don't know, there's so many ways to just, like, get out and see stuff, and there's tons of, like, different little fall festival-y things,
Yeah,
even here in Florida where we don't where we don't really get fall, but, like, there's still sorts of little trunk or treats or different little festival things that you can go to for absolutely free and do something with the kids, and
I
so
know. I'm so excited though. So for like Thanksgiving, Ari and I are gonna go um to go see my parents for Thanksgiving. And I'm really sad we're not gonna be home with Matt because I remember being pregnant and like eating Thanksgiving food and being like, oh, next year Ari will eat it with us. So I'm a little sad I won't be home with Ari, but like I'm also excited to see my parents for Thanksgiving and do something with them for a holiday. It's
yeah.
also like my birthday, which I consider a birthday a holiday, but
I know your birthday's right around Thanksgiving.
But I feel like too, like, sometimes we're so busy with, like, just the go, go, go that we forget to, like, stop, you know? And I feel like too, it's like that time block, like, I don't know, like, the other day I was like, I was saying, like, we went to the library and we went to the park and, like, granted, like, we weren't at the library forever, we were at the library for, like, maybe 20 minutes, but, like, it was still, like, we were able to do that, you know? So I think sometimes you have to, like, be like, "Okay, it may not be the most fullest activity, but being able to do this and I feel like it's also being able to do it for yourself, like, go get yourself that fall drink, go get yourself, like, a cozy fall book, you know? Go get yourself, like, a new blanket if you haven't got one in a million years, or a new fall candle, like, just little acts like that create like magic in your own life. Like I think it's besides like sometimes we think as a magic maker, it's just like, like helping our children, like creating the magic for them, which is like our job as a mom, but it's also like creating the magic for our friends and creating the magic for ourselves. Like be that friend that's like, hey, we're going to the pumpkin patch this week. Who's coming? Or hey, we're gonna go to a brewery. I heard they're having like a show, Like
Yeah. I met up with a friend, I told Ashley last week, and we went to a coffee shop and we just sat and we like chatted a little bit. I got a little bit of work done. Like it was so needed. And we were like, we need to do this more, way more often. And it feels so good. But I've been really proud of myself because I've been actually looking at actually looking at my calendar to see what's coming up for the week so that I don't commit to too many things. Cause like I said, like today I had a meeting at Gavin's school, tomorrow I'm volunteering, and I have something later this week, something this weekend. So I'm like being really careful about what I'm saying yes to because I know that I will just like overbook myself easily. And so I've been patting myself on the back. Like, good job,
I
Jackie.
feel that. I feel like I'm overcommitted right now. I'm like, I'm gonna get all these like TikTok samples. I feel like a magic maker of just opening my door and like I'm like, here you go, baby, here's some new toys. But then I'm like, oh gosh, I still have like 15 videos due now. But I feel
Better
so
get on
blessed
it.
at the same time, right? It's like one of those like so I feel like it's just finding time too. Like I don't want to sit here and film all day. Like I want to like read books with my child and like just do cute things. And I feel like that's part of that balance that we've been talking about for our last episode. So it's like making time. So yeah, I can spend the day and just like focus on myself, but then like I feel bad by the end of the day. I'm like, oh wait, like I didn't do anything for Ari, even though he's like 6 months old. Like he still needs like some
I mean,
love.
you spend a lot of time with him. Let's be real.
I know. He's the cutest little boy, though.
You have to. You have to take care of him.
He's the cutest.
I know. Sometimes I mean, it's way easier for me to say yes to doing things with the kids than doing something just for me, for sure. I told myself I need to start setting like maybe 2 nights a week where I'm like, these are the nights that I like 2 nights that I know maybe we're not doing anything, that I don't plan anything. And if Glenn wants to plan something, like just don't involve me, and just have those nights to be nights where I do whatever. If I need to get work done, I do that. Or if I want to
Mhm.
just draw, like I just want to do whatever. So I need those boundaries, especially through the holidays.
I think too, like sometimes it's easier just to have like one big plan or like two big plans a month than having like a bunch of little plans because then like
Yeah.
you can build your schedule easier. I think
Yeah.
that's like it's like how good are you with your schedule when you're creating like, ideas. But I think too, it's like make a bucket list, create like a list of like, or like if you see something when you're scrolling, because we know we all scroll, then save it, send it to yourself, right? Make a list of like crafts. Like I actually been sending you crafts to do with the boys for Halloween.
I know. I'm not the best about bringing all my craft stuff out. I mean, I should be because I love crafting, but no, it's just like the day flies by. I need to go look at them though. Maybe this weekend I can set up
That's what I'm saying though. It's that's what it is though. And that's why I think like instead of like being like like cement, like being like, okay, I have to do this, like instead just keeping this idea in my head that I am a magic maker. Like no matter even if I can't be elaborate and pull out a full craft or a full like monster looking Halloween meal, like just spending 2 minutes reading a book about this season counts. So,
Yeah.
singing a silly song or watching an episode, sometimes it's just like you have to accept what brings this season.
So one easy thing that we are very big movie people, like so we love watching Halloween episodes, Halloween movies. Like that's a lot of our like our or whatever for whatever theme, fall, for Christmas, whatever. We like watching just shows and movies that the kids can watch, obviously, that are themed. So that's kind of how I feel like we spend majority of like our time
Yeah.
with the
I love
holidays.
that.
But I love a themed playlist. And so I have a Halloween kid approved playlist. And so every single morning on the way to school, I just turn on the playlist and we're listening to Halloween
I love
ish,
that. You should share
music.
that. You should
Yeah.
share that with everyone. That's so cool.
We gotta put that in it. Well, by the time, yeah, we can still put it in the newsletter, I guess, or put it in the episode coming up. We'll see.
We'll
But
see.
yeah,
Maybe in your
it's
favorite link.
it's called Pierce's. I'll probably change it if I share it. It's currently called like a Pierce's Halloween faves.
Stop. I love that so much. I actually have for the kids that I nanny for, I changed the playlist name because I shared it with the parents because it was like the original playlist was for the kids that I used to drive home. But anywho, I have like a story playlist and it just plays like all the stories, but now all they request is Blippi. And I'm just like, all right, Blippi, Blippi, but still.
We got a bunch of different stuff. Pierce is super into Alvin and Chipmunks, the Witch Doctor song.
Ooh.
Oh, the ooh ee ooh that one, that
I,
song, which is technically a Halloween-ish song, I guess,
yeah,
according to other playlists. But he's like obsessed with that song, and so that's on
I like
there.
the Monster Mash song
That's
with
on there.
Goofy.
Yeah, we got some good ones on there. But yeah,
But
we're super like low key holiday stuff. I know and we do, even though we're in Florida, there's all sorts of fall stuff going on, and there's like a maze out somewhere north of here, like a corn maze because they grow a lot of corn
mhm.
around here. Like there's all sorts of things, and it sounds so good in my head, but then when we actually go to execute something like that, sometimes I find it's more draining than like something else that we could be doing. And so like I'm starting to really think about that stuff too because I thought about it again this year. I think about it like every single year. And then I'm
Mhm.
like, is that going to be something fun or does it just sound fun in my head? You
I
know?
feel like too, sometimes you have to like be like, all right, I don't need to go to 10 pumpkin patches. Like I just need to go to one. Right? Like I think that's sometimes what it is too, is like we want to put all these things on the list, but instead like let's just cross off. If you really want to do it once, but then focus on the things like you said that bring the right energy to you and the right joy. And I think, that's all the things. I think too, it depends who you're going with. Sometimes like right? Like, as much as I love my family, like, I may be honestly bored sometimes just with my family. Like, things like that would be like more fun with like our friends Garrett and Katrina because they also enjoy watching our baby and hanging out with our baby. And like, it's fun, like joking and laughing with them. And like, they can help us with the baby a little bit. Like, again, we don't need help with the baby, but still, like, it's nice that we have friends that offer it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited. I signed me and Ari up to go do the mom walk. It's like a thing that's in like a bunch of cities, but they're doing it at the pumpkin patch this Friday. So I signed us up to do that. So we'll hang out with little moms and just like wander the pumpkin patch. And last week, like I said, and then last week I took Ari to this Hudson Garden like event, has like during the night like a bunch of pumpkins. It's like but during the day you can go see the like decorations without all the lights. And so it's just like really cool, all these pumpkins and stuff. So like I feel like it's just like finding what works for you. And like we didn't do the full thing. We just walked around like one circle and stayed for like maybe 20 minutes. But I think sometimes that's too is like it was like a mental thing. Do I want to get out of the car for 20 minutes and just go do it? But I realized that like that was perfectly all I needed and I was happily fine.
Yeah. Usually if it's an out well, I say that and I just said the thing about the corn maze. Usually if it's like an outdoor event where there's not like a ton of people, way easier for me mentally to go do than, I don't know, something indoors. But I told my sister I would do the turkey trot this year. She asked me. I didn't volunteer, but she's like, "Oh, you want to do it with me?" And I was like, "Okay,
Okay. I love that. That'll
sure."
be so
Yeah,
exciting.
we're gonna do
But
that. My brother, I know I've talked about this on the podcast, but in case you like this is your first time listening or you're newer, he has ALS, and so it's really hard for him to go anywhere. He can't like he's physically disabled, like 100% his body. And so he is going to get a transport to go to my mom's house for like in the wheelchair or whatever for
oh,
Thanksgiving. So we're all going to be together
that's amazing.
Thanksgiving. And I feel bad because we were going to go down there for Halloween. I was like, it'd be so cool to go trick or treating around David's like neighborhood. Maybe he would go out of the house, like in the wheelchair. But then we couldn't end up doing it. So I told him, I was like, we'll have to have like a Halloween 2.0 for Thanksgiving. Not for
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, but like, like maybe Black Friday. And so I think we're going to do maybe I'll figure it out. We'll have to throw some sort of Halloween party at his house so that we can all just go to his house and kids would wear their costumes like my kids and Jessica's kids, and I don't know, do something. Sounds fun.
I'm so happy for y'all. That'll be so fun.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what we're doing for the holidays. We're going to go to my mom's for New Year's. I know that counts as a holiday, but we're going to go down there after Christmas. And
I didn't even get that far. All I know is where we'll be for Thanksgiving and Halloween. We are going to our friends Garrett and Katrina's. So Katrina decorates her house so absolutely gorgeous. Like her house is just filled with spooky Halloween. And if you went to I'm sure the next season will be filled with Christmas, and she's just like amazing at decorating. And I think Garrett helps too at some like a little bit because they went pumpkin picking for the house. It's super cute. But we're gonna have a sleepover at their house and go trick or treating in their neighborhood. They have tons of kids in their neighborhood,
Aw.
so we are going to have dinner at their house, go trick or treating. Put the baby down. They have a pack and play for the baby, which we actually borrowed for the weekend at the hotel, which is super sweet. We didn't ask them to buy this pack and play, like they just surprised us with a pack and play. And they have toys like blankets, bibs, like all the things for the baby. They're the sweetest little people. So we're gonna put baby down and then we're gonna hang out and watch movies and probably eat all baby's candy. So I feel like that's what's exciting though, is you don't need too many plans, just like something,
Yeah,
right? But again, and I think that's what's exciting about the holidays coming up is making time just for the little things because you're gonna look back and take pictures. I know that's hard, but take
yeah,
pictures. You're gonna look back and be thankful that and I think too, something I have to remember, I'm telling myself this, so I'm holding myself accountable, is don't just take pictures of the person, don't take pictures of yourself, but take pictures of like the scenery. Like you want to
yeah,
remember, like, why was this so special? You know?
yeah. I've
Like,
been trying to remember to take in like video too. I've been trying to take video of the kids because it's like I love seeing a picture, but it's just cute. You can see their mannerisms and just hear their voices, and it's just
yeah.
so
My
cute.
tip and treat secret is if you guys want my hack is download the app called Lens Buddy and it will take a video and photos at the same time for you and it's just like a timer app. And you can just like set your phone up and it'll do all the work for you.
Yeah, Glenn always takes video and just screenshots,
That's what I do too.
which
But
is exactly what it does, but it does it for you.
yeah, I like Lens Buddy because it'll take like a video of it and then like it'll take photos like every whatever. But
Yeah, it's really cute. Ashley's really good about that.
So it's my faves. But yeah, and okay, so now that we're like talking about all the things that we're excited about, we want to talk to you about why we're excited about this cozy edit launch. I think that one of the things about this is when we originally talked about our podcast, this was like a goal we had was to have a way to not just talk to you guys, but like share our favorites, share the things that like bring us who we are, make us who we are almost. And so I think what's exciting about this is besides the way it looks and the size, how much effort we put into it, it really like embodies who we are and embodies like our favorites. And a lot of it's going to be clickable links. So you'll just be able to click if you want to check out what we're checking out right now or like what we're into. A lot of it is just like I don't know, it has recipes, books, like quotes. It has things about us like and we don't have like a goal of like how many we're going to put out every year. We don't have a goal yet. We just want to I don't know, feel it, like put it out there and like see what you think and get your feedback.
Yeah. I think it's so cute. I just I mean, I know I created it. I just think it's adorable. It has just all sorts of just it just feels good. Like when you look at it, it just feels good. And yeah, like Ashley said, just like little things about us and we just I know that we share like I mean on Hermit Haven, like on our social medias, I just wanted to be able to like give more than we give there. Like we give good stuff there, but I just wanted it to be like more personal, like feel like you are seeing into us and like the things that we're loving right now or like quotes that were make us feel good or whatever, like the recipes and just things that are going to be helpful also, but it just shares more of us and as Hermit Haven, not just like our own personal socials, if that makes sense. It's almost like we wanted to like make Hermit Haven just we just want to keep making it more personal because we want it to grow. We want to grow our
Yeah.
community and we want everyone to be involved. And so if there's something more that you want, like we're going to have more newsletters. So if you see something or you don't see something that you would love to see, like please let us know and we would love to incorporate it. We're just trying to feel it out and see like what do we want to include.
I think too, it's right is this is obviously we are always showing up for the podcast, so this is a podcast right now, right? But how can we grow our community? So this is like you're saying, like this is another way to continue to reach out to whoever's listening and open up. So if you're already signed up for our emails, you will automatically get this in your inbox. But if you're not signed up for our emails, then you need to sign up because this is how we're going to communicate with you. And what's really cool too is you can respond to that email. So let's
Mhm.
say you're like, oh my gosh, that recipe, I tried it. Tell us about it, right? We want to hear from you. We want to hear your opinion. And let's be honest, like, I'm going to be real with you because I just know myself. I am terrible at responding sometimes, and I know that, right? And I know sometimes that reflects in Hermit Haven too. So I think that is something Jackie and I are both working on, right? Is how can we show up and not put so many extra tasks, right? Still create that community and show up the way, any way we can. And so I think this is like the perfect way because we're able to be creative. We're able to, right, spend time and write a love letter almost to you all.
Yeah. We want to give more and we want to, show more of ourselves and just be able to communicate better. And we're excited. I've been thinking about doing a newsletter for a long time. I've been telling Ashley maybe for like 2 years or something. Like I thought about doing it on my own before we even had Hermit Haven on the horizons. I was like, maybe I should just do a newsletter just because I love things like recipes and just like intentions and just all the like wellnessy goodness that
Yeah.
I've been doing. I feel like I've been doing self growth. I mean, I think I learned about it maybe 2014. When did I start It Works? 2014? I think it was 2014 when I started It Works,
Mhm.
and that was what introduced me to, like, what even self-growth and self-development was. Like, I don't know if that sounds sad, but, like, I just really didn't even know what it was, and so now I've been doing it for over 10 years, and the past couple years, I've been, like, super deep diving into all sorts of wellness stuff because, stress and whatever I've been dealing with. And so, yeah, we just really wanted to bring some like really good stuff so that we can all just be happy and grow together and just have some like little ray of sunshine. And so we really want your feedback. Like we would love your feedback on anything, but especially this.
I think too, what's going to be exciting is this is just besides giving more, we are, I don't know, like the time, like the cuteness, like I don't know, I just feel like it's gonna be this like connection that we haven't had before. And I think going into the next year, we want to create more newsletters, but we also want to get better about, responding to comments and showing up in the group and creating even more things. I think one of the things we talked about is going back to book club. We saw really good results. We enjoyed book club ourselves, like held us like accountable to read even
Yep.
more than we're already reading besides that. And so I think going back into that, right? I think this is another way to share self-development. I think another thing, right? And we can talk about this in another episode even. We can talk about this for hours, right? We have so many goals for this podcast and for Hermit Haven's brand name. And I know Jackie and I, this is not just like the 50th episode. This is like the beginning of like the long haul, right? Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back into this 50th episode and we're gonna be up to the 100th episode. Being like, wow, how do we make it to the 100th episode? So I am so stinking proud of us. Literally, I cannot believe that years, I don't even know now, it's like almost 2 years ago. I literally looked at Jackie and said, I love our conversations so much. I think we should share them with the world. And to be able to show up every day and share these conversations and know that these conversations don't just like spark ourselves because literally Jackie and I will have this conversation, record these podcasts, and then for the entire week straight, we were literally sending letters back and forth, being like, "Oh my god!" So that in our episode we talked about this, and now I'm doing this. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It
Like
always reflects in our actual lives.
it's crazy though. And so we pray and hope that we are not just changing our lives, but we are changing someone else's life because we truly believe that self development, self care, taking care of yourself, showing up for yourself can truly change the world. And we love being part of your story and we love that you're part of our story.
Yeah. One thing that last thing that I'll say is that I was thinking about it today because I was updating some of our like social stuff and just making it feel more like us. And I just remember when I first started creating like our like, original emails and like just what we thought we would want the branding as a year ago when we started. We were like, oh, maybe greens and things like that. It's kind of cozy, whatever. But I remember thinking like I wanted it to look like professional because I wanted people to like take us seriously. I remember thinking that in my head. And now we like use like little doodles and like little cutesy things everywhere. And it just shows the growth and like the confidence that, I mean, at least me, like that
Yeah.
we've had. Like, because we just are pouring more of ourselves into everything that we're doing. And we're like, this is who we are. Like, we're not afraid to be ourselves. And that's what our entire podcast is about, like being authentically us, and everyone can be authentically them. And I saw that today when I was like going through everything that we're designing and we're doing, and just being like, wow, like we're us. It just feels so good. I don't know.
I feel like okay, like when I wrote this episode, so Jackie and I split tasks. Like we could share tasks, we split tasks, like we kind of dibble dabble here and there. So when I was putting all these episodes together, I didn't really know how I was gonna like connect these, but I was like, it'll work out. But now we're like at the end of the episode, and I just want to say, like, I feel like there's a lesson here, and I feel like I want to share it so hard, but when Jackie and I started this podcast, we were recording every other week. We were posting these episodes, and we didn't know where this was going to go. And we just wanted to share and continue to share. And we were just going to show up no matter what. And to say that we were able to create 50 episodes, which we didn't even know what we were doing. Literally, I still remember when we first posted, right?
We're
Just
still learning, let's be honest.
literally, and to say, hey, we're going to post a newsletter. And let's be honest, we're recording this on Monday. This newsletter comes out on Friday when you guys are listening, which is going to be Wednesday. And we still have no idea how to even get this newsletter out to you. But here's the thing, we're
Figure
going
it
to keep
out.
showing up because we love what we're doing. And I think at the end of the day, we will defend this podcast to we will show up because we are like, we love this podcast. We love what we do. And I
Yeah.
think the lesson that I want to share with you all is keep showing up, make time, especially this season, right? If you don't know how you're going to get it done, we didn't know how we were going to get it done either. We stumbled, we messed up, right? And we've had this idea for a newsletter for what, over a year now? Like it was in our original goals, right? And here we are a year later being like, I think it's time to release this newsletter. Still have no idea how we're going to release it, but
We
we'll
had to like
release it.
build it
Fun.
too. We were like, what are we even doing? How do we even like, what do we want it to look like? Well,
Exactly.
we don't know.
So here we are, 50th episode in, and you could do the same thing with whatever you want to do. And it could just be something, it doesn't have to be a podcast. It could be simply for once you're going to make that cake you've been thinking about every single Thanksgiving. You said, every Thanksgiving, I'm going to make that apple pie or I'm going to make that cake, but I don't know if I could do it. I don't have confidence.
Yeah.
Well, you're a magic maker. You can do it just like we're magic makers. And we're going to make magic this holiday and we're going to share that magic with you all. And our newsletter is not themed to the holiday per se, but it definitely has a fall little theme to it there and here. And it shares our favorites. So check it out. Check us out. If this is your first time listening to us, share it with a friend. And we love you all. And we're excited. Literally, this comes up the end of October. We got 2 more months and we got a lot happening. So have a great day.
Love you.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thanks for spending time with us today and being part of our Hermit Haven community.
We hope you enjoyed our cozy chat and are inspired to embrace your inner hermit.
Remember, even in the quiet moments, you're never alone on this journey because we are truly all in this together.
So until next time, stay cozy, stay true to yourself, and keep spreading love wherever you go.
Bye for now.
We'll see you next time.